Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm the Jimmy Jam Oracle. And today we're doing a tarot card reading for Foodie Beauty. We're going to do the Celtic Cross. And as I shuffle the deck, we thank the spirits for joining us today and ask for their help in this read. So I'm going to give a shuffle. And I have my handy dandy guidebook with me. Alright. We're going to think about Foodie. Today is Tuesday. This is probably going to go up on Friday. So it's probably going to be outdated when it comes up. Not bad. But let's stay positive. I know some reaction channels are a little bit concerned. Oh, we have a jumper. What's my jumper? The Chariot. Movement, progress, action, integration, determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, and courage. This is interesting because I was literally just about to say the reaction channels are kind of freaking out right now because Chantal was uploading like nearly every day since she got her apartment, and she's been awfully quiet as of today on Tuesday the 24th, I think. So I just wonder if the spirits are saying like, hey, she's on the move, because I know that's something people are wondering about right now. Is like, where's Foodie Beauty? All right, so we're gonna good shuffle, and then we'll start our tarot card reading. Spirits, please help us with this one. If you have tea, please spill. If you don't, you won't, right? All right. Deck is shuffled. Let's set this guy aside, and maybe it'll come relevant a little bit later. But let's flip the first card. Remember, this is Foodie's card, pretty much. It's supposed to represent her current state. And what is that current state? The Queen of Pentacles. So we have nurturing, practical, providing financially, a working parent. This is something I get for her quite a bit, the working parent. And I always get it when Salah is mentioned. Or some sort of like romantic connotations are implied. It's the providing financially, the working parent. Someone is putting in much more than the other. That's the feeling I get from this card. And that's how she's feeling right now. She's feeling like she's the one that's providing. And probably, and 9 times out of 10, if that's how you feel, that's probably how things are. So that is very interesting. And like I said, it's very interesting. It's a common card I get for, if you look back at all my other videos, the Queen of Pentacles likes to show up quite a bit. All right, and let's go ahead and flip. This is the obstacle card. So what stands in Chantal's way? It is the Six of Cups. It is reversed. It says living in the past. Oh yeah, definitely. Forgiveness, lacking playfulness, moving forward, leaving home, and independence. This is an obstacle for her. She did not want to leave home. She does not want independence. She wants to be with her. I believe her when she says she wants to be at home with her husband. And I'll be honest with you, I think she's okay being anywhere as long as she has her man, you know? Also have this living in the past, forgiveness, even the moving forward. Like, again, we are talking about movement. We get a lot of movement from Chantal. Even in this little jumper right here, the Chariot is talking about movement, progress. So what movement? Is it a physical movement? Is it an emotional one? Be honest with you, 9 times out of 10, it's a physical one because that's all it's ever been. But let's continue forward. We have the third card. It sits on the crown of the questioner because it's sort of like what sits at the top of their mind, what they're currently thinking about. Ooh, we have the World, but it's reversed. And it's funny to get the World because I've always contributed the World to cycle. Because look at the circle in the picture, cycles. But let's see what this says. It says seeking personal closure, shortcuts, delays, no closure, incompletion. Okay, something's not finished. She's being left unsatisfied. So actually it could be the separation from Salah and Julia. You know, like she doesn't have that picture perfect, what she saw as her picture perfect life anymore. It's split apart and it feels incomplete, like it's not finished. Even like her relationship with Salah, Like, she's not done. Like, they might be in different countries, but she's not done. It's not over until she says it's over. Like, that's the kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this. Like, it's almost a desperate thought that she's having. Let's move on to the fourth card is Distant Past Foundation. So what is causing all of this? It is the Ace of Wands. It is reversed as delays, lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of passion, weighted down, and boredom. So with Chantal's past boredom is the reason she was just so bored she got on the internet and found a husband. Lack of energy, lack of passion, weighted down. Yeah, I can see it for her. But again, like, I don't know her too far back. Like, again, she's kind of a more, I guess, last year or so, someone I've gotten into. So when it comes to, like, past foundations, it's really difficult for me to pick up on things because of that. It is, like, lack of motivation, lack of energy. Maybe it's mental health issues. It could be that too. But let's move on to number 5, another past foundation card. What else is helping with this current situation? Personal goal. I'm sorry, it's 2 of Wands. Personal goals, inner alignment, fear of unknown, fear of change, playing it safe, and lack of planning. I get lack of planning for her quite a bit as well. To be honest with you, I think that's the crux of this card. Like, that's what this is about. Oh, and it's funny because it's the Aries. Like, definitely, I think a good portion of her life is the lack of planning. Like, planning. Lack of planning. She does seem pretty spontaneous. Like, despite the fact that a lot of her videos are, like, sit and eat videos, or, like, people complain that she does kind of, like, the same stuff over and over again. Ultimately, she is a pretty unpredictable person. Like, well, she's predictable, but unpredictable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she has her moments. And those moments come when she's not planning. Like, yeah, you get it. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. But that's definitely contributing to what's going on currently, I believe. Just the lack of foresight. We move on to the 5th card. Nope, the 6th card. Not bad. Future influence. Ooh, the Emperor. Who is this? Says respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules, and power, authority, father figure, protection, control, discipline, focus, and practicality. Now, could this be Chantal herself? Because it is in Aries. And it is in the future position. And it's talking about control. And that's another word that we get in girl world, unfortunately, is control. Even authority. And power. Talking about rules and power and structure. Now, could this be someone entering her life, or could it be Chantal herself? Like, not so much the stability or the structure part, but like the control, the rules and power. And the thing is, like, there's times where I think Chantal does think that she has this emperor position in the marriage because of the queen. Because remember, queens are also authoritative figures. So we have this providing financially, and I think it does kind of give her this idea that she is the rule, she is the power, she is the control. Again, that's my speculation on this card. It could be someone entering her life. It could be, because it does talk about rules and power. It could be like legal influence coming into the picture. This is something we're going to have to keep our eye out for. But it's definitely coming for Chantal. Definitely related to Chantal because we have the Aries right here. All right, let's move on to number 7. All right, this is a card for Chantal. It can show like what she's expected to do next, or a role that she must play in directing future events, as my guidebook likes to word it. Oh, we have the Lovers. Fancy. All right, we have love, harmony, relationships, union, partnership, sexuality, passion, values, alignment, deep love, a choice, the strength of two together. So I wonder if there's going to be a reunion between her and Salah. Definitely her and someone. It just seems like there's going to be some sort of realignment, it's coming together again. Oh, sorry, I gotta stretch out my leg. Okay, partnerships, sexuality, passion, values. Yeah, definitely gotta keep an eye out for the lovers. But definitely, yeah, that's what the spirits are saying. They're saying this is the role she's going to take. She's going to unite with someone. And I do feel like it's a reunite, like with Salah, or I know in my last Celtic cross I did with her, there was talking about like reminiscing or like nostalgia. So definitely someone from the past, whether it's Salah, who's the near past, or further back. I'm not sure. Again, we'll just have to keep an eye out for that. Let's move on to number 8, environmental factor card. Basically, it's an outside influence card. It's people. It could be her. Oh, it's death, but it's reversed. Basically, it's a situation or how people view her from the outside. But it says resistance to change, fearing change, holding on, stagnation, decay, personal transformation. Yeah. So if this is about the relationship between her and Salah, definitely the outside influence is reaction channels, maybe even her own like viewers being like, you're holding on too tight. Like, this is over. Like, quit, just let go, quit hanging on there. Because this is definitely how they see it, like that stagnation, the decay, the decay in the relationship. Because, we're talking about the lovers right here. And even like the resistance to change. So definitely it's Chantal not wanting to let go of that relationship. I really do. That's my gut instinct. We move on to number 9 is inner emotion. So this is like the subconscious for Chantal. It's secret fears or hopes. We have the 7 of Wands. It says challenge, competition, protection, perseverance, defense, maintaining, again, control. Yes. Control. Again, that is like she wants to keep that control that she has in the relationship. Even like the control she has like on her channel. I think she thinks she controls like her own viewers. She wants to be in control. And a part of that control is being on the defense. It's talking about challenge and protection and perseverance. Like when it comes to reaction channels, like that is a challenge for her. That is competition for her. And you see her in the picture, there's a guy holding a stick and he's, beating everyone off. Like, get the hell away from me. That's exactly her. And whether she knows she does it or not, like, I totally see it. Now we have the 10th card. It is the final result card. Everyone's favorite card. Another circle. Okay, so it's it's the Wheel of Fortune. It is reversed. It says bad luck, no control, resistance to change, breaking cycles, negative phase. So we're talking about cycles again. Talking about cycles. So it seems like this bad luck, this no control, it's her wanting this control, her trying to obtain it, her trying to maintain it, is going to fail. She's going to run into some bad luck. Something is going to change. Because we did also get death. And death was an outside influence card, but death is... It's like it puts a stop to things. Whether it's a cycle or just opportunities. It closes a door, shuts a door so that another door can open. And then here we have breaking cycles. It even says that maybe the start of a negative phase for her. Maybe the start of a negative... Well, to be honest with you, I think her cycles are pretty self-destructive. But so the cycle will end But, seeing the death card in the deck or in the layout makes me think, yeah, that cycle is going to end, but a brand new one is going to start. And one door closes, another one opens. But definitely the loss of control and that resistance to change also pops up again in death. So it does like tie these two in together, like they're in cahoots. They're related. But definitely something big is coming. Is it the breakup? I don't know. Actually, let's put these aside. Oh gosh, I know I always leave them a mess over here. Let's ask the spirits about this Wheel of Fortune. Spirits, can you explain this outcome for Chantal? What can we expect? What should we look out for? Any sort of tea we would like to spill? Oh. Sorry, I dropped a couple of cards. I was putting them back in. If you were wondering why you can no longer hear the cards. I don't know if you guys can hear the cards shuffling. I sure hope so. To be honest with you, that's like my favorite part. Oh, I have a flyer. I don't know if he was upright or upside down, but it is the Six of Wands. Pentacles, sorry. It says giving, receiving, sharing wealth, and generosity, and charity. This is also another card I get for her. And you know what it relates to? Hang on, let's see if I can find it. Should be. There she is. The Queen. The Queen of Pentacles. This sharing wealth and providing financially. And I told you before, like sometimes the cards kind of go by the girl's perception. So like Chantal providing for someone, she would see that as generosity. She sees that as charity. So like this one, like, isn't surprising to see. Because like I said, it's how they view things. So that is very interesting that we have two cards that are related to giving financially, which I really do believe that just cements that Chantal is still probably providing for her husband. All right, so again, spirits, shuffle a little bit more. See if you can tell us more about this Wheel of Fortune. So you have been very talkative today. Oh, no. I dropped those. You've been very talkative today, and I would love it. These give a little bit more. Just need a bit more. Okay. I'm sure it's super exciting to look at the camera while I'm shuffling. Okay, what do we have? We have the King of Cups. It says emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balanced, supportive leader, tolerant, and empathetic. 90% of that I don't think is Chantal at all, but it does imply control. Once again, we have control. So let's keep an eye on that King of Cups. Somebody is in control. Who is in control? We have the Empress, who is reversed. It says creative blocks, selfish, impatient, dependent on others, inaction, lack of concentration, indecisive, overwhelmed, anxiety, and infidelity. Ooh, infidelity, definitely a big one. Salah has been proven to be not, that infidelity. Also talk about selfishness, impatient, dependent on others. That could be the crux, I think, of their relationship. Like, again, like the anxiety, the infidelity, the selfishness, that this could just be pretty much the energy of their relationship. And we move on to the Nine of Cups, which is reversed. And it says lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, and inner happiness. So the inner happiness sticks out to me just because I think ultimately everything Chantal does is not for others. It's just for her own pleasure, her own indulgence, as the card is putting it. Materialism, definitely, I think so with Chantal. And the smugness as well. Yeah. So it seems like what the spirits are saying is that this Wheel of Fortune, this bad luck, no control, breaking cycles. And then this is pretty much the crux of their relationship. You know, you have control, maybe even tolerance. And then you have this like dependent, and then like, because it's dependent on others. So someone's dependent on somebody in the relationship, and it very well could be a financial dependence, as is implied by none other than the Queen of Pentacles. And then we end right here where it says lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction. So we have infidelity here, and then this dissatisfaction with the relationship, and in general, even materialism, like that ties into the providing financially. Like somebody's just in it for the money, and then that's it. That's the materialism. So I think what the spirits are saying, the end of the breaking of a cycle, the bad luck, it's the relationship falling apart. I really do believe that. Which, oh man, the reaction channels are going to go nuts for that. But we'll have to wait and see. Remember, the future is fluid, ever changing. I believe so. But I do also think the spirits kind of have like their eye on it. At least they have an eye on like a possible future. Well, that's enough. Sorry, I won't bore you guys anymore. But thank you for joining me today. Remember, we thank the spirits for helping us out, and I hope you have a great day.